Come with me to get a speculum shoved up my cooch and dye shot into my fallopian tubes for science, also called an HSG. So we got antibiotics on board, took those this morning, taking 800 milligrams of ibuprofen an hour before, wearing black shorts because they say dye and blood can come out, and some socks because it's cold in there and I don't want the dogs exposed if they don't have to be. Really hoping it isn't terrible because my pain tolerance is awful. So fingers crossed. But also, obviously I showered before because I'm nice. Before scheduling this appointment, I had to call when I started my menstrual cycle and then couldn't have sex for when it started until after this test. It's been a real shame. Double glassed up and I'm ready to rock. So the HSG test is over. Honestly, it wasn't nearly as bad as I expected, and I do have a very low pain tolerance. It felt more like severe gas pain, honestly. I was getting sweaty. Luckily, my head was down the whole time, so I didn't pass out, but I was more so in my own head than the actual pain. And one of my tubes ended up clamping down, so the dye wasn't even able to get in there. And I've heard that if you have a blockage, it's very bad pain, but it wasn't awful. Like I couldn't sustain that pain for an extended period of time, but it was like, I don't know, 3 minutes or so with that pain. And it was like a deeper cramping pain. Like I said, one of my tubes was either blocked from a spasm, something could be blocking it, or to be determined. Also, I learned about my other tube had a distal dilation. They said it was mild, but I went and started looking it up and it's high for ectopic pregnancies and all these things. So anyhow, but I do feel like the 800 milligrams of ibuprofen that I took did help. And then tonight I will be taking the antibiotic all tomorrow, twice a day tomorrow. And then the bleeding so far has been minimal. At first I was like, oh man. It was like kind of more than my period, but that was right when I went to the bathroom afterwards because he said my cervix was so tight, it had to be more forceful. And that still didn't hurt terribly. So I don't know. Some people say when you go to a fertility specialist and they do it and they're used to doing it, they make it less painful because they know so well at what they're doing. But this is my first one and hopefully only one. So that's just how it went for me.